Hello there, Mitchell Anton McEachern here, and you over there. This is something I haven't done before. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just did another blog post, and it's called "A Strange Thing Has Occurred to Me" because a strange thing has occurred to me um, while looking into climate change. Like it's like I now know less than I did before I started. I know, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I've been looking into climate change, and I guess I don't even need this. I've been looking into climate change, and I'm like, well, I don't know I have no idea what it is now. Like, my first blog post was called, "What the hell is climate change?" Because I didn't know. And now I'm like, I really don't know what it is. Like, as far as I understand, I'm not an expert, and I'm not advocating either side, but I'll call them progressives on the one side, which are people who are like the environmentalists, or people who are trying to push for fossil fuel removal and reform in energy and stuff like that. And on the other side, you have, I don't know, conservatives, I guess. I don't know what I called them. The progressives call them deniers, which I don't think is fair. But I don't want to. And you can read about denial in the post, because I think every time you deny somebody, you practice denying, and you get better at denying yourself. So if you ever wonder why you're not getting what you think you want in life, it's probably because you're not letting other people get what they want. And true freedom is allowing things to happen, not getting everything you want, but allowing things to happen. I mean, that's the way I think about it. And so this reading about climate change is like, oh, this is not as simple as I thought it was. The progressives are saying that the CO2 content, the amount of CO2 in the environment is getting to such a level that it's containing sunlight, and that's making the planet warmer. And you just gotta ask, like, well, what is CO2? I mean, I don't know. I have to look into that too. But when you listen to what the conservatives or the fossil fuel side of the story, the people who are advocating for no reform, like there isn't anything wrong, they are saying that the data that the climatologists are using to make their claims isn't solid enough. I don't really know how to read graphs and go into the academic papers, and I'm going to try my best, but it's like I barely graduated high school. Maybe that's my fault, but what I've realized is that both sides are saying that the data isn't good on either side, and both sides are trying to practice honest science, and both sides are saying they're right, and both sides are saying the other side's wrong. And it's like both sides are coming up with good arguments for both sides of the story. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck climate change is now. I thought climate change was obvious. And now it's not. Like, go watch the videos that I posted. Watch them. Don't just say, like, oh my god, it's Mitch. Come on, give us a break. Don't do that. Spend at least a little bit of time looking into the other side of the story. Because if you're honest, you'll quickly realize it's not clean. It's not like climate change. Oh yeah, it's bad. We don't even know what it is. We don't even know what climate is. I remember, what's his name? Michael Crichton. I love Michael Crichton. He wrote Jurassic Park, which was a book first before it was a movie, before it was even a series of movies. And I'm not sure how I feel about the rest of the movies, but the first Jurassic Park, I still love. And the book is great, although he's a very good plotter. Like, Crichton writes really well constructed storylines, like linear and narratively they flow very well, but he's not the most imaginative person. He's very good at describing things, but he's not like quite imaginative. But I mean, you can't be everything. Which is ironic that he's a very linear person, because he was a huge advocate for chaos theory, or nonlinear equations, which is what they're using to denounce climate change. The people on the conservative side are saying, how is it possible that we have created equations that are capable of not only taking in all of the data the climate is offering us, but then using that data to anticipate the future. And Crichton said the same thing. It's like we can't even predict the weather for 7 days from now. How are we supposed to know what the Earth's going to do in 20 years? Like what the climate is going to do. And again, I'm not choosing sides. I'm not. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm taking my brain and putting it on the internet. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't know what climate. I don't even know what climate is. I have to look the word climate up. I was like, the climate. Like, you got to climb it, you know, like up, which is a joke. So I'm advocating for you, if you're interested, to go into the subject yourself. To not just, don't just say yes. Don't just say no. Say why, and then ask why again, and it gets lots of fun. Like at the end of the day, I think it should just be fun. Even serious stuff like climate, take it seriously, but have fun. Like don't waste your time pretending that everything is in your control, because it's not. So then, yeah, I think I'll end this 6.5 minute video there, unless I think I got everything. Just go, if you're interested, go read the post. I'm very curious to know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love talking about these things. I have a lot more to say and learn, which is going to be lots of fun to do. And I hope you're enjoying these posts and videos and they're helping you in a way, because I really think that's an important part of being alive. Is do you see this? This is a book. It's the Essential Wisdom from Antoine de Saint-Exupery, who wrote The Little Prince. And he's one of my heroes. And he said a bunch of really beautiful things. And this is such a beautiful thing. I love this. In giving, you are throwing a bridge across the chasm of your solitude. I think that's beautiful. It's true too. Give yourself. Give yourself. I have a phrase. We find ourselves where we give ourselves away. So maybe if you're struggling with sorrow or pain or frustration, or something is not good in your life, find some time to give yourself away and just see what happens. Not saying it's going to solve the problem, but if you're struggling, it might be worth a try. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember to be cool and always be honest as often as possible, which is fun to do. Trust me.